right, boys and girls, we're doing our act of charity for the year. We're making breakfast burritos to raise money for the work office party. So we're gonna go on with some prep work. We're gonna try to break it down so we're not doing too many things at once. Uh, there we go. It's got some brightness to it. Nah, there's just not room for the lighting in here, so you're gonna have to make do. But yeah, we're just gonna do sausage, egg, cheese, salsa, hash brown. We're gonna try to utilize the oven as much as we can. The eggs are gonna be the most labor-intensive part of this situation, but we'll get through it together. Eventually, I'm gonna have to learn how to do large batches of eggs without doing everything manually. But we're gonna prep all our ingredients, and then keep the chaos under control, and eventually move into the assembly. I appreciate that, Mr. Man, I really do. But probably won't be a whole lot of commentary and talking. I'll read what I can. But yeah, it's going to be a all hands on deck situation. Alright, so I didn't do all the shopping, and I should have been more specific. I said breakfast sausage, and they got chicken sausage. What it'll work, it is pre-cooked, so all what I'm going to have to do is slice it up, and then fry it a little bit just to get a little bit of flavor on the sausage, and it'll be good. But we're going to go ahead and dice those up, and go from there, put them in a bowl, and we'll be good. But while we're doing this, let's go ahead and start cooking our hash browns. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, just looking. They got away from me a little bit. That's nice. So, I had the priorities that I had to do today, and I got a commitment for, having 30 burritos ready at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so here we are. And then I need another 30 ready for lunch. Yeah, I don't think we need that, Lucifer. So, yeah, you can tell which tray I like the most. And I'll make sure we get a lube on that. I definitely could use spray oil or whatever. Just kind of use a little bit of oil and spread it around. Yeah, well, Glenn would know how to cook a large batch of scrambled eggs in the most efficient manner, so could really use him right now. Hash browns. Once again, it said hash browns, frozen. Thought I was going to get hash browns like the shredded potato, or at least diced potatoes. But no, we got these patties. I mean, that's fine though. Kind of like the McDonald's style, but the Costco brand. We'll do 6 at a time on the tray. And we'll do our potatoes while we do our prep work. None of these burritos are going to be ate tonight. They are going to be reheated tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to cook them up, put them in a tortilla, wrap them in foil, warm them up in the oven tomorrow morning for about 30 minutes at, I don't know, 200 Fahrenheit, 100 C, whatever you want to call it. Hey, 'tis better to give than to receive, Mr. Man, but his cooking expertise, he's like a caterer or something. I mean, he actually cooks for money. But I haven't seen him in a while. I mean, I think he might have gotten upset at me about something, but we'll see. Alright. So that's 6 in there. We're gonna need another package of those. The wiener holster here, right here, alright? I mean, I would have preferred the ground sausage because that's much easier to do in large batches without sticking to the pans. You can do a lot faster. Might have to get the cleaver out. This is all pre-cooked. It's got a weird casing on it. You know, you get what you pay for here. It's pre-cooked, fully safe to eat. Give it a taste. Make sure you know what you're serving. I don't know. I'm glad to hear that, Doom Man. I'm glad to hear that. And hopefully you make it for a date. That's what they're really there for. You know, one day, like, Panty Dropper Cookbook will be released. It's not ready for prime time yet, but it's going to be good. Good for you, At least you know you're going to get some at the end of the night. If you're drinking for 2 on a date for 1. I just might be from Miss Michigan here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, shit. On to the next package of wieners. What's going on, Arietta? This is about the most amount of wieners I can handle in one hand. Because you need your guide hand for your wieners, you know, make sure they stay where you want them. You don't want your wiener to go where you don't want it. We're actually chicken sausages. We had two to put 2 packs of 6 in. I need one more wiener. Penny, no. And that'll give you a factor of safety of 1 sausage length for the batch. So, gotta kind of eyeball it. You know, the second batch should be a little bit better about portion ahead. Be a little bit more generous with the scrambled eggs. Was about right on the sausage per burrito. Definitely can afford to put in more cheese with ingredients. And ultimately, I'm trying to sell these for $7-8. What's Hawaii, so things are expensive. But I want to give a good enough burrito that people don't feel like, you know, that we're just ripping them off to pay for our party. What ultimately, I'm turning burritos into a bar tab. So it's going to be a good time. Oh shit, forgot to start my, oh no I didn't remember to do the timer. These trays are going to be hot coming out, so make sure you have appropriate protection. Got some oven mitts, we're going to pull them out, give them a flip, put them back in for another 7 minutes aside. Not sure where the flipper went. It's covered in scrambled eggs. Gonna give it a quick rinse. Actually, I'm gonna use the better flipper. You know, if you're good, you can flip all 3 at once. Sometimes it helps a little bit more flexible spatula to get under it, but you want your wood to go where you want it, but you want it to have the structural integrity to hold up. You don't want flimsy wood or a flimsy spatula. Oh yeah. Old pan has definitely got some more use on it. It's definitely cooking up these hash browns better than the new one. So, before you hate on me for the dirty pan, that's called seasoning. going to throw these back in for another 8 minutes aside here, and it should be good to go. Pardon me. Now we're gonna go fishing for a fucking hash brown. Sorry, pardon my language. But yeah, that's why you want to make sure that you got a good protection set up. You know, I'm losing all the heat on my oven. Rushed it. You know, burnt myself. Sorry, Grandma. Maybe I'll go to church this Sunday. We'll see. So, to compensate, we'll set that for 10 minutes. Oh, thank you, Cosmo. So, get our sausage cut up for this batch. Let's move on to the next thing here. Also give our cutting board a quick rinse so we can move it out of the way. No, you know. Alright. Well, I'm looking for something to use as a trash bowl here. Don't overthink it. Use what you got available here. Clean your workspace up as you go. Get these sausage wrappers out of there. Be right back. I gotta go run out and get a drink out of the car. Okay, we're back. That over to the staging area. You know what? We gotta think how I want to do this. The eggs take the longest, so we're going to kind of work those as we go. So we're going to aim for 2 scrambled eggs per burrito. So that's going to come out to, counting for spoilage or ripped tortillas or whatever, 16 tortillas. I think I can make 15 good burritos out of them. So yeah, we're going to scramble 32 eggs. get the whisk out, whisk it up. That's enough to get started on the scrambled eggs. I'm over here just outside of view, cut in a couple tablespoons of butter. So let's go ahead and start this burner on eggs. Do about a 4 out of 10 heat. Put some butter in there. You know what? And we'll do it on this one as well. Just the 2 non-stick pans. We can keep a pretty good pace going. We can rotate out as necessary. I know if you're just making scrambled eggs to eat by themselves, you want them nice and fluffy. You want to cook it as low and as slow as you can. And that'll really help. And a little bit of fat, I'm using butter. That'll really help them be nice, stay light, fluffy, all that good stuff. But when you're making a big batch, or even when you're just making eggs to stick in a breakfast burrito, that's all you need. Yeah, you know, just cook up your eggs. Don't dry them out, you'll be okay. And scrambled eggs are the worst part about this. That's what's going to take the longest. But we can make progress while we're here. Oh, welcome iPhone, that's nice. Some eggs going in that pan. Nothing crazy, you're just gonna have enough to cover the bottom. So we can keep them cooking at a pretty reasonable rate. Maybe 4 eggs per pan there. Now we can get back to cracking eggs. that's an interesting solution. Modern problems require modern solutions, I found, but I would suggest go on a diet. But, up to each their own. Screw that. We're going to do this burner. Have the wrong burner on. Sometimes that happens. Okay, that's the first batch of hash browns. Let's go ahead and make sure we have an on-time pullout. Honestly, they can use another 2-3 minutes and they won't hurt them. Make sure they get all the way done, a little bit crispy. Yeah, one of each. One of each. But yeah, I'm not burning my man boobs on the front burners. Let those firm up a little bit. Remember, they're burrito eggs. They don't need to be perfect, super fluffy. You just don't want them runny, you know? I'll deal with 1 pan of these hash browns. Pick the pan that looks more done. The darker pan here, as it so happens to be. Pick whatever you're going to put your hash browns in. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's no need to rush here. So we're just going to go ahead. 1, 2 at a time max. Go ahead. We'll stack them. I mean, if they crumble apart, that's okay. We're going to reheat all these anyways. You just want about that amount of potato per burrito anyways. So let that cool a little bit there. Stir your eggs. Oh yeah, those eggs, that's about how you want them. You don't want them any drier than that. So take that one, take it off the heat. And same thing with this one. Oh yeah, this timing's working out, baby. So take these, let's go put them in the scrambled egg bowl here. With that being said, give it a quick wipe out. You know, if I get a little bit of egg on my floor, the dogs are going to clean it up. So, eggs, don't burn them. That's the priority here. The hash browns, extra minute or so is not going to hurt them one bit. Once again, quick wipe out. I got 2 Dotsons, they'll clean the floor. It'll be fine. So they're ready for another batch. Put this somewhere safe. Pat of butter there, pat of butter there. hash browns coming out. Yeah, it's funny how much of a difference the little darker pans I use all the time versus the one that I got at the same time but was on the bottom of a shelf, so I never used it. That's 9 you got there, or 12. Put your butter on the pan. Don't worry if you don't get every last bit. Ooh, missed that guy. None for you, soldier. Got him. No survivors. And over here, guess I did a half-ass job whisking this batch, but it's alright. If I gotta break a yolk in the pan, I'm not too worried about it. We need one more, well, not one more, we need 4 more hash browns, yeah. Boom, boom. And honestly, we're gonna put it in for 8 minutes this time aside. Actually, I might even go 9 because I want to see if I can get these nice and crispy without burning them, you know? Dogs move. The kitchen is not a safe spot for dogs. If you're going to feed them, give them snacks, don't do it in the kitchen. Lots of hot things, oil, just step on them. It's just not a good place for dogs. Oh yeah, we're cooking good now. The first batch always takes so much longer than the second batch. This is the first time I've really made a large amount of burritos all at once, so we're gonna try to do a batch per hour. You know, hopefully I'll be done with this batch by midnight. Then the next batch by 1, go to bed. That should still give me, time for 6 hours of sleep or so. And I'll go to bed early tomorrow. I'll be good. Okay. Into the scrambled eggs bowl, these guys are ready. But I have bullshit over the top of it. And the bullshit happens to be a hot pan. So we're going to have to be careful. And if you put a lid on top of the hot pan, that's probably going to be hot too. So just be careful. Quick wipe, and we'll start again. Definitely for these large batch, something like Blackstone would be excellent. Oh, forgot the butter. Shame on me. Oh no, is that an egg yolk, whole egg yolk in there? Not anymore. Okay, these eggs are done. Let's go ahead and make sure we get a good pull out on them. Good on-time pull out. This pan's not too hot. It's unwrap your butter before you cut it. Start cutting all over the place. That'll make your life easier. Okay. Getting a little bit hotter, a little bit faster, and that's why my eggs aren't as fluffy. But guess what? It's a little bit faster. Let's just see if I can go to bed. I'll go quick. Time to crack some more eggs. Okay, that's 4 eggs. We'll scramble them real quick. They're going in this pan right here. Swirl the butter. Make sure that's all over the hotness. Now, if you get more air in your eggs, they'll have a greater volume. If you're stirring more and making sure they are as fluffy. These are going to be a little flatter. It won't look like you're getting as much food, but we'll add some more cheese or some sort of more potato or some sort of filler in the burrito. Do that 30 seconds. Let that firm up. We're making good progress here on this batch. Let's get 4 more eggs ready to go in. And if you notice, you got some shell in your mixer. Go ahead, pop it up. Wash, you know. If you're cooking for other people, wash your hands more frequent. And be a little bit more cautious about food safety, all right? Okay, these look like they're about done, yeah. Oh yeah, those are done. And the scrambled egg bowl, it goes. Give it a wipe. Put that in the holding pattern. Oh yeah. Move that up. Okay. Egg pie? Nah, breakfast burritos. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit later than normal for the normal crowd. But yeah, we're just scrambling about 32 eggs to make breakfast burritos. Hash browns are going in, sausage are going in, cheese, and then salsa. Minimal amount of love is going into it, but it's just having breakfast burritos available on a Thursday is all the love that needs to go in these guys. Okay, there you go. I've already made 15. I got 30 to go. Throw this out here. That around, get a little bit of air in there. I got flipper hash browns here. Okay, this is cool to the touch, so I can move it. It don't warp in the sink anymore, so that's a good thing. I'm looking for my quality oven mitts. But oh boy, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. The pan's preheated. It's not stainless steel. They're going into a burrito, so they don't need to be perfect, Joe. But yeah, I mean, making eggs for a big crowd. They don't need to be perfect. They're burrito eggs. But yeah, you're not wrong. To go. What's going on, Archer? Good to see you. I didn't do all the shopping for this trip here. Breakfast burritos. Oh, shit. Okay, the bag says cook from frozen for 7 minutes aside. Honestly, these would take 10 minutes aside at the temperature prescribed on the bag, but guess what? They'll be fine. Okay, I'll be 1 hash brown per burrito. No, I'm just in my actual kitchen, buddy. Yeah, hash browns, 1 per burrito. Oh shit, I need 2, We'll throw in 2 more eggs. That's hot. Don't touch it. Oh, Alice, are you a fatty, you know? But I think it's much more likely that you're a fatty than, you know, I got an extra chromosome. If I was a betting man. Yeah, does it make you feel good about yourself to, you know, punch down Alice? Or are you just bitter because nobody will have a child with you? Okay, these eggs in this pan are done. In the scrambled egg bowl they go. I need to channel my inner Waffle House crackhead energy. How many stones do you weigh, Alice? We all know you ain't fitting in an average-sized rowboat or a canoe. Yeah, well, when they're trying to... They wanted a reaction, punching down, and they got it. Phil, you're probably fat, too. And I ain't exactly skinny, so I know a fatty when I see him. Oh, sounds like I struck a nerve with Fatty Alice and Fatty Phil. You know, treat other people like you want to be treated. If you're an asshole, I assume you want to be treated like an asshole. A little bit of oil. Just to start them off. Once you get them going, you're not going to need any more. We were doing real nice today. We had a nice, good conversation flowing. And then Alice decided that she wanted to make a point and, you know, try to make fun of people with Down syndrome. So, you know. And then Fatty Phil came to her defense. So that's the history on that. Not usually, but when you're making 45 burritos, then you can clean it out just while wiping it with a towel and keep going. That's not bad. Honestly, a big non-stick griddle of any type would be awesome. What's going on, Google? Welcome, Barry Larry. Good to have you. This is pre-cooked chicken sausage, so, oh no, yeah. Hey, don't insult Karen's. I mean, she's just, your typical government subsidy queen. And probably Fatty Phil is her husband, that had to jump in to defend his woman. Actually, strike that. Alice don't have no husband. Fatty Phil is Alice's second account. Actually, might as well keep pumping out the hash browns. We'll just do one tray at a time. That's a little bit more manageable. How'd I have these? Yeah, there we go. And go 8 minutes aside before they flip them. Open the door, that drops the temperature, compensate by 9 minutes for a side. What's going on, doctor? I don't know, a Diddy party, Dr. IQ. What's up, Google? Go ahead, just throw a lid on your scrambled egg bowl here. Here's what 32 scrambled eggs looks like. Set aside, they'll keep warm. Now the egg cooking is over, we can crank the heat up a little bit. It's kind of hard to get a good sear on Teflon pans, but they don't last forever. They're decent in the beginning. You always end up, paying off a good pan by the time you buy 4 of these shit pans. But, no, I appreciate that, DD. Yeah. I have to be careful. This handle's coming loose. Probably should tighten it. I'm not trying to go crazy here, but I am trying to get a little bit of nice browning on that chicken to give it, you know, some flavor instead of, you know, bargain chicken sausage flavor. I'm trying to, and a little bit of browning will do that, alright? Now this batch is about done, alright? So let's take this out. Back in there, soldier. We'll get an Allen wrench and we'll tighten that out. Salsa is going to go on these burritos when we assemble them. That's going to be the sauce. I got enough grease that between the sauce and salsa and maybe some hot sauce will be fine. Thank you, John John. Okay, this batch is ready. Don't overload your pan. You want all of your sausage to be touching so it gets some of that browning action. Yeah. Turn on the fan if you need to. You don't want to set off the smoke alarm at midnight, you know. I appreciate that, John. You know, likes and subscribes, that does help it out. There we go, got a window open going. Yeah, well, that's a good strategy. I mean, if my Dachshunds don't like the neighbors, yeah, no. Ashley, yeah, you're not wrong, but it's called browning it. Not quite burning it, but I do want to get some color on it, alright? And that's how I'm turning this cheap, shitty sausage into something good. Dr. Akuli 99 knows what's up. do some flipping on the hash brown situation. Back in the oven they go. Okay, these are done. Yeah, it's on 4.5 or so. Best part about making burritos is they're really forgiving when you cover everything in the sauce. Okay. This will be the last batch of sausage, and then we can assemble the burritos. I'll end the stream. Call it night after we wrap those up, but we still got assembly going. Flambe the sausage, please. I like where your head's at, but no. Hard no on that. Notice how wobbly this handle is. I need to tighten it. That's not safe. Something bad's going to happen if you keep using it in its condition. Because that's going to fall off when you least expect it. Although I expect it, but it'll be when something is hot and greasy and it'll land on me or the dog. So, I can dump the sausage out and we'll retire the pan after that. Go heat on that. Burners are off. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's how you melt something. Sausage. Alright, stick with me. We're going to transition to the burrito assembly area. Scrambled eggs. Actually, this will be just about perfect. We've obviously been doing some work here. We're going to continue to do some work here. We gotta go make sure we have a good on time pull out on that. On the hash browns. Where's my spoon? I'm gonna go wash my hands and we'll get started. All right. Salsa.
one burrito, one tortilla, one hash brown. Gotta get organized here. Alright. Got 1 spoonful of egg. And then 1 ladle of sausage on there. A liberal helping of cheese. Two tablespoons of salsa. Okay. Let's weigh our burrito. 0 to scale. 12.5-ounce burrito. That's worth $7-8. Oh, they're running around. It's past their bedtime, though. potato. Oh yeah, that's a big scoop. Waiters, quiet. That one's on you, Mr. Man. Oh man, I'm getting better at this. Okay, let's first rip tortilla of the night, folks. We were due. We were due. Let's see if we can go for the smooth transfer. I need to put some food glue in there. That's 8 burritos, so 7 to go in this batch. And I might call it a night, make the next batch tomorrow. Damn it, gotta go wash my hands now. What's going on, Bryce? I gotta go wash my hands. I'll be right back. So.
a good minute. What's up, guitarist? How you doing?
I am just making breakfast burritos to sell for the office holiday party. A little bit of insomnia action, you know. Oh, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. You gotta love those notifications, don't you? Oh, well, you know, I hope you're doing okay, guitarist. What's your ailment? Oh, nice. Happy birthday, buddy. That roll had me a little bit nervous there for a minute.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, guitarist.
Nah, probably got about 10-15 minutes left, and then I'm gonna go to bed, or at least try to get some sleep tonight.
I've been pretty good, you know, still doing the same thing. No worries, Bryce. Good to have you stop by.
Nah, nothing new and exciting. Gonna go back to Michigan for a couple weeks here coming up next week. I got a new motor for the boat, so I should be doing some fishing soon. But yeah, that's about it.
What's going on, Virginia?
I'm sorry to hear that, guitarist, but yeah, I do appreciate the burrito compliment. Though. They should be pretty good. Gonna reheat them tomorrow morning in the oven slowly, probably about 200 degrees for about 30 minutes or so. The flavors will meld together overnight. Hopefully they don't stick to the foil. Probably should have dabbed a little bit of oil or heated the shells up in a pan. But, you know. Oh, thank you, Doom Man. I appreciate that. Oh, shit. Some of the girthier ones are a little bit harder to handle. Now, yeah, the question is, do you flip your quesadillas or do you just put another shell on top of it and then flip them? And then that way you just have 2 quesadillas. Now I'm thinking $8. $8 a pop in Hawaii. So hopefully everybody feels like they got a fair value. Too much egg on this one. Someone's gonna get a good one on this one. This one's gonna test my abilities. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. I'm sure it would be good, but that's a lot of work when you don't need to. Yeah, the last one of the batch is always a super burrito, alright? What's going on, Super Slay? Super burrito! Oh, that one's a good one. You know what? That one actually needs to be double bagged. Whoops. Yeah, I got another batch to go, but alright guys. So, still got some work to do here, but I'm gonna call it a night on the live stream for now. Cody Hammock, yeah, go green, yeah, Michiganders are cool. But got a pile of burritos, gotta make 15 more before I call it night. Or I can wake up early in the morning. So, either way, guitarist, good luck with your thing in the ER. Hope it resolves. DD, Super Slay, Doom Man, everybody else that stopped by, thank you for hanging out, keeping me company, but have a good night, y'all. Ciao, ciao. See you, guitarists. Best of luck.